Here we go, the next matchup from Pro Wrestling Noah's Sunny Voyage on February 24, 2024 was a Victory Challenge Tag League matchup that saw Kaito Kiyomiya team with Ryohei Oiwa versus Ryohei, that being Saxon, Huxley, and Timothy Thatcher. The match started off with the heels just beating the living crap out of Kiyomiya and Oiwa. I always want to say Iowa, guys. I'm an American. Bear with me. It's Oiwa? No, I don't know. Oiwa. How do you say that? That's going to take me forever. I ought to just call him Iowa. But it started off with the heels, the bad guys, the rough and the tumble, the real Huxley and Thatcher just going to town on Kaito and Ryohei, tearing them up outside the ring, throwing them around, slamming them on the floor, ramming them into the apron, just doing what the real does best, and that's just tearing it up outside the ring, fighting among the crowd, then rolling them back in the ring before the 20 count and continuing their dominance, body slams, big boots, clotheslines, just all over the place, taking the young and tough Ryohei and Kaito to town. Kaito, a former GHC heavyweight champion, I think 2-time, if I'm correct, definitely once. And this Ryohei is a New Japan import that I think New Japan has shipped over to Noah, if I understand it right, for him to get, like, not an excursion, obviously, because it's in Japan. You know, they all work the same towns or similar towns, but just to get his experience and I think a rough and tumble Noah to get him ready to come back to New Japan eventually is my guess. But Huxley and Thatcher just really looked good here at the very first couple minutes of this match until a burst of energy. They came back, the comeback, if you will, the shine, if you want to talk about behind the curtain, right? Ryohei and Kaito storm back with double drop kicks galore, double arm flips, just in there doing everything in tandem, taking Huxley and Thatcher down. And I won't say dominate, but they really came back strong and really looked poised to win this. I mean, they had the real, just saying real sounds kind of weird to me, the real Huxley and Thatcher on the run, really looking like, they were dominating them almost. Ryohei got Timothy Thatcher in a modified version of the sharpshooter where he didn't really wrap his legs around his own leg, but sort of held onto his legs in the sharpshooter form with only his arms. It was different looking, but it seemed very effective. Thatcher was really down. Then he got him in a figure four. Ryohei got Thatcher in a figure four, and Thatcher was, in pain. He looked like he was ready to tap, but he did get to the ropes, but then stumbled around and was having a hard time walking. While this is going on, Kiyomiya and Huxley are in the corner battling each other, fighting each other, doing everything they could to overcome the other. And suddenly, Ryohei, I'm still struggling with his name, guys. Bear with me, decides to go over and help Kiyomiya in some form, and this allows Thatcher to get to his feet, stumble over to Ryohei, and get that unbelievable Fujiwara armbar on him at just shy of the 13-minute mark, and this kid tapped out pretty quick. I mean, he was dominating. He was looking really good against Thatcher here towards the end, but as soon as Thatcher sunk in that Fujiwara armbar, it was over. This kid tapped out, and the real win this. They get the 2 points, and while Kiyomiya and Ryohei Oiwa, I cannot say it, damn it. They go away with no points. But this is a very good matchup. It was really like a rough and tumble, almost hardcore, but not quite. Just really, really gruff team. Real Huxley and Thatcher overcoming a younger, more exuberant fan favorite. Almost like, back in the day whenever the fans would just go wild anytime Magnum TA and one of his partners would come out, Dusty Rhodes or something. But really, really behind the youngsters, really, really behind Kiyomiya, bringing Iowa up and teaching him the ways of wrestling, but going down to Huxley and Thatcher here in a very styles clash, you would call it, but it worked well in this matchup. I enjoyed it very much.